Hey guys, this is my review for Auld Aquaintance, which is the final episode of the first season of Young Justice. And there was so much going on in this episode that I'm going to try my hardest to make this like under 6 minutes, which is probably going to be completely impossible. So, anyway, here. Okay, basically, the beginning, the whole entire Justice League has been taken over by the light, and it's up to the team. Sorry, plastic bag. It's up to the team to save them. Well, Batman comes in and he basically gives them information about what happened in the tower. They said that Roy was the mole, and of course everybody's shocked. We were all shocked last week, pretty much. I mean, I wasn't because I knew. I'm pretty sure some people already figured it out at this point, kind of leading up to it. So, find out that Roy is the mole, so the team's really disturbed about it and all that stuff. So, the team wants to go after Roy, but Batman's like, no, you guys stay here. This is league problems, etc. So he leaves. Basically, before he leaves, he gives all this information about how Roy is a clone from Catamus. What the hell? That was like one of those soap opera moments where you're like, no, what? What? No, what? Yeah. So we all find out that he was a clone from Catamus and that the real Roy Harper has been missing for 3 years. 3 years. Nobody really noticed that Red Arrow looked so much different from the regular Roy Harper. I mean, he was a lot bigger, obviously, but I don't know. It was just, it was just weird. Okay, so back to my point. After Batman leaves, we see that Red Tornado tries to infect one of the team members with one of the bioweapons that the Light had came up with, and he's unsuccessful because he gets shut down. Well, the team decides to split up, where half of the team goes to find Roy, and the other half tries to bring Red Tornado back to life. Now we're gonna go to the Red Tornado scene first. Basically, when they're trying to bring Red Tornado back to life, Black Canary comes in and she's like, "What are you guys doing?" And they tell it, and she's like, "Oh, you guys are trying to bring Red Arrow back to life." Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. And when Red Tornado, oh my God, why did I say Red Arrow? Red Tornado, guys, not Red Arrow. Red Tornado comes back to life. He says, "Everybody, get out of the cave," So then there's a brief fight with Black Canary, and everybody escapes on the super cycle. And Red Tornado fills him in on what's been going on. He says that he was infected with the bioweapons, and the whole entire league has been infected, and we have to find a way to stop it. So it's like, whoa, okay, no problem. So okay, let me fast forward for a second. They do find out, they find a cure and all that stuff. What bothers me is the amount of time that they found the cure. It took the Light 6 months to come up with this weapon, but it takes Dr. Roquette and company I don't know, a few hours to come up with the cure. What the hell? That really bothered me, to no end. I was like, what the? I wouldn't really call it a deus machina, but it was just really unrealistic, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It was just extremely unrealistic. I mean, if it was already in the process, Batman took it to them and they were working on it or something, that would be understandable. But the whole, surprise, we already have a cure for it, bothered me to no end. So anyway, we're going to go to the Robin, Miss Martian, Superboy, and Aqualad scenario. Well, they find Roy, or Red Arrow, and Red Arrow's in a room, and he has the arrow pointed at, Aqualad, and he's like, tell me who broke your heart, and Aqualad tells him that now my best friend's pointing an arrow at my chest. That scene was extremely emotional. I was feeling everything that they were feeling on screen. I was just like, oh my God, no. So that was really, really intense. So basically the team gets into the watchtower after they basically trick the Light into letting them into the tower, or not really noticing them, because Black Canary comes back to nobody really, I guess they found the cure and gave it to Black Canary, all that stuff. So basically Black Canary, Red Arrow, and Red Tornado go into there, and then they notice, hey, you guys aren't infected. Nice try. And then they, apprehend them and try to reinfect them, but they really aren't. And they start fighting, and everybody's fighting. So basically, at this point, um, everybody's fighting their mentor. The Superboy Superman fight was crazy. The Batman Robin fight was even crazier. I felt so much angst between both of those fights. Then Green Arrow, Artemis, Flash, Kid Flash, and Aqualad, they're all fighting each other, and Aqualad opens the bay doors, which freaked me out, by the way. When he opened the bay doors, I seriously thought he was gonna let them fly out of there and die, and I was like, what the hell? I don't get what this is coming from. But then I realized in the middle of it he was gonna stop it. So for a minute there, I didn't think he was gonna reach the button in time, and I was like, oh shit, whoops. YOLO, I guess. Anyway, so there was a Spitfire moment there too, which he made me squee a little bit because he grabbed on Artemis and they were pulling, all that stuff. So anyway, that was pretty cool. The fights were intense, really, really crazy. Basically, the ending was full of angst. The fact that Roy knows he's a clone, he wants to save the real Roy Harper. The fact that Superman talked to Superboy and they had this super moment, which was so drug out that I'm so glad it finally happened. Like, it seemed like they were avoiding the subject altogether in the whole series. Like Superboy and Superman never met after their whole awkward saving in Metropolis. So it was really good. It made me like tear up a little bit. I was like, thank you, Superman. Thank you for accepting this boy into your life. So that was kind of cool. They had their little moments, and then coupling at the ending, that finally, Wally and Artemis are together. It's canon, guys. It's canon. We are having a giant ship party right now. All right, well, basically the episode was really good. Couple things pet peeved or whatever, but it was still really good. Cannot wait for next week. Cannot, because as the second season starts, and so ready for this. I'm so glad it's like immediately starting right after, and they're not going to give us another hiatus. So, yay, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you for watching, guys. Sorry I went over my 6-minute limit. Bye.